Oh, hello, all. Welcome to the stream. So today we are back with the rate limiter now. So yesterday I was like got confused in the next algorithm, so I practiced advanced Java का concept थोड़ा बहुत, and then now is it? Am I live? Am I live? Yeah, I guess I'm live. Am I looking good? Seem to. Yeah. Am I? Yeah. Okay, so without wasting a time, let me start with it. So today's agenda will be to implement this sliding window counter algorithm. I hope my screen is visible. Uh, is it? Yeah, it is visible. Okay, perfect. Uh, looking good, भाई. तो आज फिर से रेट लिमिटर कर रहे हैं. So just give me a minute. गाने को Okay, so let me give you the summary what we have did till now in this series. So in this series, we are implementing this rate limiter, designer rate limiter, which just means sending 4 to 9 error response to the client whenever the client exceeds the given quota of the request in given amount of time. So that is what the whole point of this. So you can see rate limiter stands in between the API servers and the client, just like an API gateway. It is a part of API gateway if you know. And if the quota exceeds, we are sending the 4 to 9 too many requests wala error response. So to implement this, this is a very simple, as you can see through the diagram, but there are multiple algorithms to do that because none of the algorithm I was reading is like 100% efficient to do so. So every algorithm had some issues and some cons. So we have discussed that as well. The first algorithm that we implemented was token bucket. It was just like a bucket. We have the limit of bucket. Then new refiller. We fills new token in that bucket as the time passes, and whenever the request comes, we take a token out of that. So that was the token bucket. I'll not elaborate explain that much because that was on the day one. You can always go and check back on that. Uh, After like next two streams, the third stream will be I'll explain all the algorithms again with the code and whatever I have learned through this series as a final summary video for this. Okay, so stay tuned for that. After this token wala, we skipped on leaking bucket. Actually, I kept it for the last. I'll implement this as a last because it's not used widely. So the one which is used widely is a sliding algorithm. There are two sliding algorithm. Before that, we need to know like we were expected to know the fixed window counter algorithm because the problems and the cons of this fixed window algorithm is been cured in the uh, sorry, just a second. It's been cured in the sliding window algorithm, and hence we need to know this first. So in this algorithm, this is a fixed window algorithm. It simply means, as the title says, in the fixed window, like we have a fixed window size for each, and in that only allowed number of requests are possible. If that is over, then the API gateway will send error 429. It has this issue that suppose at the end of each window and at the start of each window we use all the given amount of quota, then that means in the short amount of time we have like uh, used quota, double the size of quota which is expected, which is the capacity. So that is a flaw in this one. So instead of this, mostly we use sliding window log algorithm or sliding window counter algorithm. Sliding window counter algorithm, that is what we are going to implement today. So sliding window log algorithm, what we implemented today, it just maintains the log. It maintains the log of all the timestamps, whatever, whenever the request is coming, and if it is under if the log size is under the feasible limit of quota, then the request is served. If not, if the log size increases more than the capacity, then we send 429. So conceptually is very easy, but our implementation wise, thoda sa a bit tricky. अनिमेश भाई लाइक कर देता स्ट्रीम को. So now today we need to implement this sliding window algorithm. So let me first put the URL. I explained everything now, and whoever is joining new, you can just seek back and on this stream and check what we are trying to do. So let me copy this. No, I don't want to post the Discord. I want to keep the Discord private now. So I'll just post my URL. Uh, top 1% engineer. Hello, hello, bro. Welcome to the stream. Got a little dev job in here in Kolkata. Oh, nice, yaar. बहुत बढ़िया. Congrats, bro. Why are you saying little? Like, what kind of a job you got? Okay, so let me get it in this. So I was trying some different, no, like notes wale application. So Atlassian is something that I've used. Uh, Atlassian ka notes taking is also good. Web dev, that's nice. Congrats, brother. Congrats. So let me add this URL. Or my. So have you been following this stream? I guess you are 1% engineer, right? So like I seen people are getting interested in this one. I wanna I wanna go into backend deep Java Spring Boot. Yeah, like me, like how I'm doing right now. Yeah, yeah. Going deep is like in the Java Spring Boot is that's what I'm also doing. And you know, while building these projects, I'm getting to know what are the weaknesses that I have, like what are the topics that I need to learn, you know, and that's where I'm keep iterating on my plan, just like the waterfall model, and it's really helping me out. So yesterday I found some mistakes, so I want to test which क्या बोलते हैं, which notes वाला application is good for stream. अबे यार ये क्या हो गया. So this is one option, and this is the one option that I always use. This looks okay now. So let me clear all. And let me start this explanation like how I used to do. Okay, what you are saying. Yes, I'm following. That's nice. Pay is not good. I want to change. At least comfortable living. See, शुरुआत में है ना कभी भी like in the beginning, don't go for the package and all, think about learning the things, because this will be the first time you will get the real industry level experience. So try to learn as many things as possible and keep क्या बोलते हैं उसको, keep learning and keep preparing for the switch, and then eventually you will get a good package, you know. In IT, your number of experience really matters. As your number of experience increases, the companies tend to pay you more. So it's gonna increase anyways. So focus on the skills. Uh, okay. So enough of the bakchodi. This is highlighter and this is the pen. Okay, so let's start. Let's start. At least comfortably. Yeah. Guys, please do like the stream, yeah. So I'm starting on this sliding window counter algorithm. So it is exactly similar, not exactly similar. It is very different from the sliding window. Here we were keeping track of the timestamps, but now we were keep the track of the rolling minute. You know, uh, I'll try to make it as simple as possible. I'm not teaching over here, so whatever I have understood, like I was reading before the stream, I'll explain that first. So the sliding window counter algorithm is a hybrid approach that combines the fixed window counter and sliding window both. Okay, मतलब fixed window जो हमने पहले देखा and now उसके बाद में हमने देखा sliding window log. It combines actually both. The algorithm can be implemented by two different approaches. We will not do that. We will only implement with the best memory efficient way. Okay. So we will explain one implementation in this section and provide a reference for other implementation. Yeah, that's what it is. Uh, so you know कि इसमें है ना, if you can see this diagram, this is like number of requests and this is the time. This is the first window. This first window, you know, from zero. Uh, अरे चलना from 0 to 6 अबे यार 60 seconds. Okay, to 0 and 60 seconds, and then this is I'm taking the time that I have in my code. We have that in our code, and this is like 120 seconds. ये अपने आप ही कुछ बकचोदी कर रहा है, एप्पल ने अपडेट कर दिया है इसका मैक ओएस, एकदम ही चूतिया बना दिया है हर चीज़ में. जहाँ नहीं नाक घुसाना है वहाँ नाक घुसाता है ये. सही भला चल रहा था ये, यहाँ डिटेक्ट कर रहे हैं. इसको ऑफ करने का भी कोई तरीका नहीं. सो फक इट. This is the first window. This is the second window, you know. And when the first window started, you can see no request has been placed, but as the time passed, you can see 5 requests has been placed. So we need to have their numbers, because the diagram is based on their numbers only. Assume the rate limiter allows a maximum of 7 requests, so they have 7 request का quota. I मैंने इसलिए नहीं किया अपडेट अभी तक. ओके, अपडेटेड दिस. मैंने इसलिए नहीं किया अपडेट अभी तक. ठीक है, कोई नहीं. कीप इट. काम काम तो चालू कर लो, उसके बाद देख लेना. सो 7 requests, 7 requests per minute are allowed, and there are 5 requests in the previous minute. So 1 2 3 4 5, 5 requests has been placed, but here the first window is over. Okay, and new window started after the 60th second. Okay, so there are 5 requests and in the previous minute, and 3 requests in the current minute, and new minute has started and only 3 requests has been placed, you know. And then for a new request that arrives after at the 32nd, now if any request comes at this point, you know, at this point, so how we will calculate, how we will think about that, how we will evaluate for that, will that request be allowed or will that request be not allowed? That is what the whole question over here is. So this is the prerequisite that we have, and based on this we have to calculate if it's allowed or not. So the number of requests in the rolling window is calculated using this formula. So the formula is used over here. let me check if I can combine two windows. Will it be allowed? Mm, so does this let me combine two windows? No, इसमें snapping feature भी नहीं है. चूतिया मैं भाई. Okay, because I wanted to draw side by side. ठीक है, let me get this in the diagram. Yeah, now I can write over here. So now, how you will calculate if the new request, whatever is coming, will be allowed over here. So new request comes at this point, will that be allowed? So think, how can we do this? Anyone in the chat? I hope I'm not overwhelming with the amount of information thrown here. Okay, let me show you what they are saying. So the number of requests in the rolling window is calculated using this formula. So this they have given this formula. So that simply means I'll show you what. यहाँ पे 3 requests है, ठीक है? These are 3 requests and these are 5 requests. And this is we are 30% in this new window and last window का पूरा काम हो चुका है. The last window has been completely done and we can use it as a final value. So what we can have like estimated count like total estimated count as in how many requests. This is estimated count. Okay, so this is the first window, this is the second window, but this is the rolling minute. So rolling minute is like, for example, currently the time in seconds from the time has started, take it as 100, you know, but the first window was 60 second over. So currently what would be the rolling minute for this? So we just have to minus 60 second in this one. So it becomes 40. So 40 to 100 is like the rolling window. So this we need to calculate how many request has been done in this क्या बोलते हैं rolling minute. तो उसके लिए है कि take the previous का count, all the previous window count and plus current window का count. So current window count and into multiply, we need to multiply this with the weight of this one, so if you can see this overlap percentage of the previous window. So what is the oh sorry, my bad, यहाँ पे मैंने उल्टा लिख दिया, तभी मेरे को लग रहा था. This is like current window and this is like previous. उसका weighted average लेना है अपने को in short, और how much time it spent. So it is like 0.7. So current 3 है, last 5 and 0.7, so it becomes around 6.5. So it becomes around 6.5 and allowed is 7 requests per minute as per this example, not our code but as per this example. So 7 requests per minute allowed. So is it allowed? Yeah. So new request can be allowed. Let's read about that. So what they say, is it allowed or not allowed? Uh, Using this formula, we get 3 into this 6.5 request depending on the use case. So here we need to think about that, but we will keep it really simple. So we can either round up or round down. In our example, it is rounded down to 6. So we will just round this down, and then since the 7 is allowed, so current request will be allowed. Pros and cons हम बाद में देखेंगे. So we need to implement this. So usually what we were doing is like the core logic, the function which I usually naming was try consume method. ठीक है. Today I came prepared. आज मैंने थोड़ा notes बनाए कि जो एकदम scratch से ना शुरू करके, because last time I got so confused in the sliding window that it took me lot of time to understand, but एक अच्छे से समझ में भी नहीं आया था उसमें. ठीक है. So I'll keep this. Okay, no issues. I'll write it again. So the core logic of this can be said as like, for example, we have capacity. You know how many requests can be catered, and then this is the estimated count. Okay. So that means how many requests can be passed right now. How can we calculate that? So simply we can calculate that is like capacity माइनस एस्टिमेटेड, मतलब इसमें कितना हो गया काउंट. सो विल minus this estimated count, and what this will give us, this will give us number of requests which are still allowed. Okay, so in this case, the capacity is 7 and estimated count, right, rounding it down, it came to 6. So 1, it comes to 1. That means one request can still be served, and this is what it is. So simply we can convert this logic to if uh, estimated count is still less than the capacity. So in this case, return true. So that means allowed. It simply means allowed. And else return false simply means 4 to 9 error. So this becomes the core logic of this, and on this one we have to integrate our whole algorithm using Redis and all what we were doing. Okay, so I hope you guys understood. मेरे को इतना तो समझा है. ठीक है. Start some music in the background. Staying alive. आई होप इतना इतना समझ में आ गया है. ठीक है. रात को कौन कॉल करता है भाई. ओके. So last time what we were doing, now coming back to the code, we have created folders for each and every algorithm, but ये मैंने last time थोड़ा feel किया कि इसको अलग से बना के बहुत मुश्किल हो रहा है. So we'll keep only one file and उसके अंदर ही सब logic लिखेंगे. So new package, we will name it as sliding window counter. ये नाम गलत हो गया, इसमें C कैपिटल नहीं चलते. दिस इज नॉट जावास्क्रिप्ट, दिस इज जावा. What error it's giving? Typo in word replace with window counter. Window counter. Okay. And now we will just simply create a service like this what we were trying to create. So let me create service in this one Java class sliding window counter. rate limiter service, and it simply implements the rate limiter interface that we have. So this is the interface. It has only this one method, so we need to override this method first. We are in the Spring Boot, so let me mark this as a service. Okay, and let me mark this as a primary as well, because there are same services doing the same thing. So the filter should know that this is the primary service right now we are whatever working on. Okay, and now this music is so tutty, bro. सो मेरे दोस्त ने कॉल किया था, मैंने फ़ोन कट किया. लेट मी टेक्स्ट हिम. Mr. Beast fan. Hello, hello, bro. How are you? Welcome to the stream. So, what all things that we are gonna require in this one? So, we will need the Redis template as it is, default capacity and window seconds. These three things we will need. Uh, window seconds, ठीक है. Let me add the constructor. And there is this from the parameters we are using this. Okay, I'll just mention this. अरे यार, मैंने क्या इतना ही कॉपी किया. ठीक है. This simply means we have these variables in the application properties, and we are using the values from here. So that is what I'm giving it to this. Okay, and now the crying about its crying part. Let me implement method, whatever the method interface has. So in this one, we'll not use the last way of implementation that we were using. It has so much of code, which I found out it's useless. So we will just implement the logic directly over here, whatever the क्या बोलते हैं इसको, स्लाइडिंग विंडो काउंटर का एल्गोरिदम है, वो यहीं पे इम्प्लीमेंट करेंगे हम, ना कि दूसरा एक कोई फाइल बनाएंगे. हेलो हेलो ब्रो. ओके. So the first thing is like we need to check, no? I was thinking in the old pattern manner, but so first we'll need key for the Redis. Okay, and this key will be this only: client ID, request ID, or this. Now we'll simply keep one function only, return check with Redis. We will not create a new object or anything over here, and in this one we'll pass this key. Okay, now let me create this check Redis method. So it will be private boolean. Let me keep this aside. Okay, private boolean check with Redis, and this string key. Okay, and in this one we have to do all the logic. So let me write uh, not this. There are some true and false result we have created in the DTO. There are these results. Okay, so one is blocked and one is allowed. So we need to return this. This is not actually boolean. This is actually rate limit result. So cal yeah, rate limit dot allowed and default capacity, and this we will change that in a bit, but first we need to write the try consume logic over here. So what I was trying to explain over here, this one, what you guys are saying. Okay, nobody is saying nothing. So let me tell you what all things we will need over here. Okay, so capacity, estimated count, this is fine, but we need this one, 0.7, which is the previous window का weight जो है, that is what we need to calculate over here. And for how we will calculate, we need time for that. um, so in the Redis, I'll draw that to a better understanding. So for example, this is our Redis. Okay, so this is our Redis cache. What we will store in this one, there are like windows. So there are windows 0, 1, 2. We need to name क्या बोलते हैं, we need to number these windows. अरे यार, we need to number these windows. So how we can number these windows? Timer will start from this 0, 60 seconds, and we'll just simply what we will do, for example, now time divided by window size. Okay, this will give us this counter. So this is uh, current window. Okay, so this current window, we will store current window in the Redis. Current window, and its counter. So instead of writing counter, I'll write the variable current window counter. इसका वैल्यू हम स्टोर करेंगे. एंड सिमिलरली previous window counter, these two things we are gonna need in the cache. So these two things we need to maintain. We need to calculate this window size and all. Now and window size. Okay, uh, so these are nothing but the keys. These are nothing but the Redis keys. Okay, eyes are there or not? Today is very dry response. My regular audience haven't joined. Okay, so firstly we'll take, अगर मैं कैन को मेरे कीबोर्ड के आगे रखता हूँ ना तो मेरा कीबोर्ड नहीं काम करता, ये मैंने देखा है। यहाँ रखूंगा तो गिर जाएगा, यही ठीक है इसको। So current millisecond, system dot current milliseconds, and then long window in millis is equal to क्या है अपना, window seconds, window seconds into 1000 because that's in the seconds। इसको डबल नहीं लेते, इसको लॉन्ग लेते, लॉन्ग, ठीक है। रेडिस टेम्पलेट यूज करेंगे, डोंट वरी। एंड देन डबल current window is equal to current millis divided by window in millis। Okay, this will take, क्या बोल रहा है सचिन महातो, भैया आई एम 2025 pass out now, I am 1 year gap of unemployment। Okay, it's not a issue, keep applying। Okay, this will be our current window and we also need a previous window, you know, so instead of doing this double and iska, keep everything in the long, you know, remove this। Okay, and then long previous window is equal to current window को current uh, current window -1 will be the previous window as per the counter। Okay, we got the windows and now we want keys। Okay, so key को अपने को कुछ नाम देना पड़ेगा, so we'll name this, what you are saying Sachin? I only know about Java basics, oops, exceptional handling threading। अच्छा, yeah, as a fresher that is enough। I hope you have a good project for that, end-to-end Spring Boot का project that will really elevate your resume। Prajwal Kamble, hello bro, welcome to the stream, brother। I have seen many of you have started following me since the rate limiter day one because I have seen that particular stream got spiked up after I streamed. So I know I am seeing very new faces over here। Welcome to the stream, bro, Prajwal। So I guess I hope you guys can seek back on the video because whenever I see someone new, I want to explain them what I'm doing, but it is not possible to explain every time what I'm doing right now at this moment। How can I add this project? How much technology should I learn about? यार कोई भी एक डू ओनली वन बेसिक प्रोजेक्ट, यू नो, ज़्यादा बड़ा प्रोजेक्ट करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है। नाउ यू यू आर 2025 पास आउट, सो आई होप तुमने कुछ फाइनल ईयर में प्रोजेक्ट किया होगा कॉलेज में, सो यूज़ दैट प्रोजेक्ट, whatever the project you have created। The project that I did was in Spring Boot and Angular, so I used that and that really helped me a lot। So we'll create keys, you know, based on this thing, we will create two keys। So let me name these keys as like current window key। Should I name it as current window key or current key? Let's keep it as current key, use the same convention, current key is equal to key, yeah, this previous window key plus whatever the key we have and उसका current window and previous window, these two keys are, and वो हम अभी Redis में add करेंगे. But before that adding, we need to have the counters for this as well. So we need to have the counter. So should we take it as double counter? I think we should double current, yeah, increment this, and we need to set this as expiry. I'll write this, this तुम ये नहीं समझ में आएगा. I need first key. अरे मेरे को ये दे मत. Double previous count. ऐसे नहीं लिखेंगे. We'll simply create a method for this. Uh, Based on this current key and is equal to get count previous key. So let me write these two methods. Double what you are saying. How can I add? I was figuring out one issue in rate limiter for my org, and I just see your video invite. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay, मैं तो भाई system design, I am preparing for this system design. Yeah, I'm following this. So you came through the search. That's good. But this is the basic implementation. It is for the basics. If you wanna know more, you can read this book. It's System Design Alex Hughes book. It has some details if you wanna start. I guess you are solving some issue from the company. That means you already are expert in this one. I'm thinking should it be a double or should it be a int for this? So double makes no value point for having a count. So let's have it int and private int get count based on the key. So what we will do, we will just get from the Redis template. So Redis template, whatever we have in the Redis also value dot get and key. Okay, and if this is as int count and we need to parse this as integer. So JavaScript में I know इसमें कैसे parse करते हैं, integer dot parse, because everything stored in the Redis is like in the form of string whatever we get. So what it's saying, a Redis template key value might be null. So let me write it as string count. Let me get it like this. Let me write it this. So return count equal to null 0. Yeah, true. This. So this will give us the count. Now we have to set it in the Redis again. All both of these. What are you guys saying? Okay, no message. Guys, please do like the stream यार. थोड़ा सा ये ट्रिकी सा लॉजिक है. See, the whole point is we need to count estimated count चाहिए अपने को. So in this one we will have like previous current window का count. This count we need, so I'll mention it as current count. Okay, and plus previous count, these two values into previous count into previous window का वेट एज इन जितना उसका टाइम हो चुका है सो बेस्ड ऑन कहाँ गया अपना डायग्राम सो दिस previous window count into this weight. So what the book says for this overlap percentage of the rolling window. Let me write it this overly overlap percentage of this. So of this. So we have current count, we have previous count, we don't have overlap percentage of the rolling window count. So this we need to count. So I have written something in notes for me to so that I can explain you. Just a second. Uh, Not retry after seconds. Get previous window weight. So what I can do, I can write this as a new function. Okay. So this will be a double because it will be a point 0.75 0.35 something like this. So previous window weight, we will name it this and gt, okay, and is equal to will simply I'll write a function. Okay, get क्या नाम दिया था मैंने previous window weight. Okay, I'll write this function. So this we need to always calculate, and this will be private double previous window weight. And let me tell you how I'm gonna अरे ये window इधर आनी चाहिए भाई. This comes here, this comes here, and then this in the middle. Okay, this is perfect. uh, Not an expert. I am 2 year experience full stack dev in my company, so they are expecting me to do all the things for cost reduction. क्या issue है तुम्हें बताओगे? What's the problem so that we can try to relate it, because now we are on this topic, so it might help you as well, or it might help us as well. Is rate limiter a good project for a fresher? I don't think so, Gaurav, to be honest. Rate limiter can't be a project in itself. Rate limiter is a system design concept, and because I'm on a trail to do everything in a very perfect way, because now I'm trying to focus on the क्या बोलते हैं उसको, I'm trying to get into the senior level job, so I need to know everything in depth. So just without reading, just with the reading, I can't be good at this concept. So in the system design rounds, I'll tell you what they expect. They expect you to just explain what we are doing except the code. So this is how the interview goes. Candidate interviewer, we will ask some questions, and we'll based on such diagrams we will explain them what the rate limiter, and most of the times we don't even have to explain the rate limiter. Rate limiter is a concept that we will use in the other system design examples that they might ask is book may be hai. So it's nowhere near to a good project for a fresher to be implemented. It is a system design question, and in system design question codes are not being asked. तुम्हें कोड नहीं पूछेंगे इसके लिए. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा सुडो कोड पूछ सकते हैं, बट दैट इज आल्सो वेरी रेयर. क्या हो गया भाई? आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड. अरे क्या हो रहा है? ओके, दिस इज द विंडो that I have. Okay, so according to you, which project should you suggest for a fresher now? For freshers, जो प्रोजेक्ट तुम्हें करने चाहिए वो है ऑल द मैनेजमेंट्स काइंड ऑफ अ प्रोजेक्ट. इतने गंदे गाने चालू है भाई. लेट मी प्ले सम जिसमें देखो मतलब स्टूडेंट मैनेजमेंट या रेस्टोरेंट मैनेजमेंट जैसे प्रोजेक्ट हो गए. One project that I did was on this stream, if you can check back, that is JWT authentication and all. फॉर दैट मैंने गिटहब पे उसका इमेज वगैरह अपलोड किया है क्या? So let me check that. You can check, you know but that is also a concept that you have to use in your project, not the final. IndieDev auth rate track inventory, uh, supply chain. मेरा वो project कहाँ गया? Auth started. This, did I have documentation? No, I don't have documentation here. I should add a documentation because people are visiting this. So you can have something like this with along with the JWT authentication and all. In this project, I have implemented authentication. So this is as a starter project. It has a front end and back end. So you can add on top of this. You can clone this if you want to have the basic authentication जो college projects में होता है. That is what I have implemented, basic JWT auth, and then after login you jump to a dashboard page, and from that dashboard you can implement anything. So it's up to you what you want to implement. Basic student management applications और ये सब बहुत ही चलते हैं, library management. Yeah, check for any problem that you are facing, and maybe for that you can have a solution, but be aware that the problem should not be so big for you to implement. नहीं तो implementation कभी ख़त्म नहीं होगा. So try to make it as simple as possible. So that kind of a project uh, you can implement. Okay. Now we were on this get previous window wait. Okay, so in this one, uh, how can I explain this to you guys? Mm, Bankarama. So this method I'll try to explain you कि हम कैसे और क्या चाहिए इसमें से. So previous wait. Okay, what you are saying? Project can be made with the help of ChatGPT, but we should know how it functions, right? For yes, that's the whole point is, bro. तुम्हें अपना अपना implementation पता होना चाहिए. So इसमें we'll first need now. Now is nothing but system dot क्या बोलते हैं उसको, get milliseconds, get current milli. So it gives us the time in the milliseconds. Okay, and then we need to have long विंडो सेकेंड, जो अपना फिक्स्ड विंडो का साइज है विंडो सेकेंड्स. इट इज़ विंडो सेकेंड्स, अपना जो डिफ़ॉल्ट कैपेसिटी विंडो सेकेंड्स इनटू 1000, बिकॉज दैट्स इन दी seconds, not in the milliseconds. And now we need to calculate elapsed in the millisecond. So like this is first window, this is second window. Okay, and this is the rolling minute. I should draw it in. So this is rolling minute. Okay, and this much is 70% and this much is 30%. So think about how we can get this. ये देना है अपने को कि लास्ट का कितना परसेंटेज हमने यू वेटेड परसेंटेज लेना है, नॉट जस्ट 70%. वी नीड एक्चुअली वेटेड परसेंटेज फॉर दिस. या प्रोजेक्ट कैन बी मेड, ये मैंने पढ़ा है. So we need to have like long elapsed. Currently you are working in startup or any past experience? No, no, no. I have worked in MNC. My current company is also MNC, but a mid-level MNC. You can check my LinkedIn profile. That's why I attached the link LinkedIn profile. सो एक करंट विंडो में कितना टाइम पहले पास हो चुका है वो अपने को लेना है, ठीक है। करंट मिलीज elapsed millisecond, ठीक है। हाउ वी विल कैलकुलेट दिस? दिस इज सिंपल, लाइक नो now divided by now remainder window in seconds. For example, now is like 12,500 milliseconds, and this is our 6,000. So this reminder, how much is the reminder? Is 500 is the reminder. So what does it tells to us? So this 500 reminder is just how many seconds has been elapsed in the new second. So how much is left? So how much seconds are left if we subtract this from the what you are saying? 12,500. It should be, it is like 12,000 like this it will be. So it will be 5,000. That means 5 seconds are passed. So that means how many seconds are left? 55 seconds are left. Okay, this is what we have to this. Why there is so slow response? No, I am confused today. What's the problem? Let it be. I'll just continue. So this is what we have to do. 5 seconds from the here we are getting this 5 seconds. So we just have to return this elapsed now minus elapsed millis, not now, this window seconds. यार ये क्या हो गया मेरे स्ट्रीम को? Did it ended? No, it's working. Okay, and just divided by this window second. So we'll write this in the logic. Okay. So इसने दे रखा है अपने को ये. So first we got the current milliseconds, ये ले लिया. फिर window millis, window seconds into 1000. Then window start time. Start time actually we don't need. This is not we need. Vachintama, Vachintama. So let me count long elapsed elapsed time in current window. Yes. Okay, this we will need, and we don't have to calculate this. We'll directly have this कि elapsed time अभी हम विंडो मिलीज क्या बोलते हैं उसको, जो अपना कैपेसिटी है उसमें से माइनस करेंगे दिस. ओके, सो दिस इज व्हाट वी नीड. सॉरी ये थोड़ा सा स्लो जा रहा है बट है ही ये ऐसे कुछ. व्हाई इट्स क्राइंग? इन द वर्ड elapsed try to rename to Vachintama, Vachintama. This we don't need. We need very simplest of simple forms. क्या हो गया इसको? सेम ही तो है. Fuck it. So yeah, this we calculated. Now what we need to calculate? So after this, we need to go and check in the. We need to count this and then save it in the Redis. So let me copy this because यही अपना main core जो logic है, this is the core logic. So estimated count, let me get this as a double estimated count, not double, it will be int only, not double की ज़रूरत नहीं है. Then this and previous window weight will just have this over here in this formula. So अपने को ये मिल जाएगा. Why what it's saying int to double, so let's have it into double, no worries. So double, ठीक है. Now the base logic was this, try consume. So if estimated count is less than capacity, then return true. So if estimated count is less than default capacity, then in this case we need to actually return true. That means rate limiter result dot allowed, and in this one default capacity, and these things we need to pass default capacity minus estimated count. Okay, and else we need to pass this is the else, but before this we need to update all the other things because we don't have the file like this algorithm file right now. We are directly writing everything inside this service file, so we need to uh, not default. I let me see what all things true capacity and remaining request retry after seconds. So yeah, by default it will send retry after seconds to 0. So I guess I have to pass the blocked first, like I have to send the block first, and in the else I have to send the allowed. So I guess I'm doing it ulta, because most of the time this will be this. So let me literally inverse this equal to capacity, and let me make it blocked, and all these things first the default capacity, then remaining request will be 0. Okay, because it's blocked, so there are no remaining, and I need retry after seconds. Like after how many seconds we will retry. So let me show you the last postman request so that you guys will get an idea what we are trying to do over here. Okay, अभी इसका रिजल्ट नहीं दिखेगा अपने को. Sign it APG. Okay, इसका कोई अलग URL नहीं था, यही था. So let me check history like this. So headers दिखेंगे, no headers. So 429 and there will be headers, उसमें ये सब information आएगी. Okay. Uh, Sorry, but I can't share actual problem. Just basic overview is some APIs take around 30 seconds to complete while others finish in under a second, resulting in a longer wait time for users. Yeah, that's okay. You don't share everything because it's a private. Sorry, I can't. But just basic overview is some APIs take around 30 seconds to complete while others finish in under a second, resulting in a normal wait, uh, longer wait for users. So one thing, as I don't know the problem in detail, I can tell you. Can this some of the calls, the one that is taking 30 seconds, can that be cached? Okay, if that can't be cached, first to simply you go and check It's taking 30 seconds. That means it's some kind of a database operation, which is taking so long for you. So based on the vague information, maybe try adding index for that particular thing from where you are trying to fetch. I hope indexes will be present, but as a regulatory check, you should check is really an index present over there. Okay, because database operation is taking whole lot of time, so you have to look into the database more. Maybe table normalization can work, maybe partitioning can work, because now you are saying 30 seconds, it's taking 30 seconds time. That means that can be a transactional table, I'm guessing. So उस table में maybe uh, millions of transactions are coming into that, and hence the table size has increased, the number of rows has increased, the time taken in seconds has increased drastically. So maybe partitioning can work for you, or daily partition as per your data, like daily partitioning or monthly, weekly, some kind of a partitioning you can use. uh, because 30 seconds के लिए I don't think index भी इतना काम करेगा. Once you do that, if the data is not going to change, then you can at the end implement the caching as well. So एक दो चीज़ें तुम्हें करनी पड़ेगी, प्रज्वल. So we need retry after seconds method as well. So ये मेरे को तो समझा हुआ था यार, लेकिन ये मैं भूल कैसे गया, retry after seconds जो था. We need retry after seconds, and we need to send elapsed time and current window time. So do we have elapsed time? This is the elapsed time. So so we need to calculate this again in the retry seconds. So let me write the private long retry after second. Yes, elapsed time in second. Window millis minus elapsed time. So एक विंडो का कितना है, 60 सेकेंड. 60 सेकेंड इंटू 1000 minus elapsed time in second. So this is the elapsed time in current window. So this will give us the retry after seconds. Okay, this seems okay to me. Now we need to set uh, the expiry of the keys. So the current key we have set. Did we set the current key? Yeah, we are setting the current key in the get count. In the get count, we haven't set the current key. What you are saying. I'm waiting for your Prajwal next subsequent message. So if the capacity is estimated count is greater than zero, greater than the default capacity, that means the request is blocked. Else, we need to set the value. So maybe increment for the current key. Okay, and we need to set the expiry as well. So expiry ऐसे नहीं set करेंगे. So current key value increment by 1, because the request count has increased. Okay, and this actually returns us the count increment. It returns us a long count, so we need to have this long updated count. Yeah, updated count, and we have to set the expiry, but only if the count is 1. So updated count uh, is equal to 1, then Redis template dot get, not get, set expiry. We need to set the expiry, so is there any expire method? Expire and duration in timeout. So we need two window duration, so current key, then how about all things it needs? Candidates for this Redis template, expire, uh, string expiration, string and duration. Yeah, string and duration. We need to set the duration, so we'll set window in seconds into 2. into 1000 मिलीज में सेट करना पड़ेगा क्या अपने को? Redis template करंट की विंडो सेकेंड्स, उसको डबल करके, क्योंकि 2 इसका चाहिए था अपने को काउंट. नॉट दिस. सो इनटू, ये करने की ज़रूरत नहीं, सेकंड्स में भी हम स्टोर कर सकते हैं. सो इसको कुछ देना पड़ेगा शायद, ड्यूरेशन, ड्यूरेशन ऑफ सेकंड्स. ओके, it should not be null as well, and updated count should not be null. Okay, so इसकी ज़रूरत नहीं है बोल रहा है. I guess this is done. So we need to send blocked allowed over here. So allowed में क्या क्या चाहिए अपने को? default capacity चाहिए, which is correct, and remaining request we need to count. So how we will calculate the remaining request? So इसके लिए भी मैंने default capacity minus estimated count minus 1, like this. No, इसमें ना अपने को जो estimated count है, so let me write it like this: int remaining request default capacity. So we need to have it, updated count is this, so we need to have math dot ceiling for this, and -1. -1 की ज़रूरत नहीं है, default capacity, or maybe if it's in case it's less than 0, so math max. Okay, so remaining requests can be this. Okay, so this much is enough, I guess. इसके बाद अपने को एक्चुअली estimated count बढ़ना चाहिए. So let's try this first. So I have made this as primary. Let me start this application. अपने को URL वाला भी application चाहिए होगा. Open recent URL shortener. This application मैंने फाइल नेम चेंज किए. ओपन कोडिंग projects like this, Java learning and URL shortener. Backend, open new window. Yeah, this was our URL shortener project. Okay, and let me run this project. You don't have to do anything over here, just run the project. src main java URL shortener application. ये रन करने क्यों नहीं दे रहा है? इसलिए मेरे को इधर नहीं चाहिए था ये. I want to open recent documents coding. Okay, so now I can run this. It will run on 8080. It's running and this is also running. So let's go to the postman now and let's hit this URL. Params and bodies this. So 500 internal server. Acha, Redis cache is not. So actually Redis is present on my Docker. I need to start the Docker for the Redis. Without that the Redis will not work. So you can see there is a container for Redis URL shortener. Yeah, this one I need to start. Let me hit that again. Yeah, it worked. Let me hit that again. Yeah, 4 to 9 in 0 seconds. Okay, retry in seconds logic is failed and X rate limit is 1, which is correct, remaining 0, and retry in seconds is wrong. It's showing correct, but 0 क्यों दिखाया था? Try again in 0 seconds is wrong, no? तो try again in 0 seconds आ रहा है अपने को. कुछ तो गड़बड़ हुआ है. कहाँ गया एप्लीकेशन? यस, backend application sliding window counter. जो ये locked में मैसेज जा रहा है, remaining request 0, which is correct, retry after seconds. Retry after second something wrong. Hello, Atharo. Sorry, मैंने miss किया text. Welcome to the stream, bro. 5 second हुआ है stream करके. Hello, bro. मंगेश बाबू नमस्कार. Indexing, caching are already done, and I'm now considering migrating from a monolithic architecture to microservices to better handle long-running APIs and improve scalability. माइक्रो सर्विस में कन्वर्ट करोगे तब भी तुम्हारा टाइम थोड़ी उस पर इम्प्रूव होगा इतना ड्रास्टिकली क्योंकि तुम्हारा 30 सेकंड टाइम है कैन वी यूज योर रेट लिमिटर विद डिफरेंट टेक स्टैक प्रो या रेट लिमिटर तो कोई भी इसमें जावास्क्रिप्ट में मैं पहले जावास्क्रिप्ट में करता था तो यू कैन यूज इट इन जावास्क्रिप्ट और एनी अदर लैंग्वेज रेट लिमिटर इज अ pattern is a design system pattern that you can use. Just wait brother, he is just focused now after he will finish a part. Yeah, Prajwal bhai. Yeah, Atharva knows better. Give me the update, bro. Atharva. Yeah, you can use it. That's what I'm saying. And don't convert it to microservices if you are thinking in that way. I don't think it will help you immediately in your problem set. Your problem is on the database side. Just first check, try to get the query and try to hit that query on your database directly rather than going through the API and see how much time it is really taking. And I'm pretty sure ki, that particular query will take you more time. Then you can think to optimize that. I'm pretty sure तुम्हारा ये ज़्यादा ही होगा उसमें ना नंबर ऑफ रिकॉर्ड्स हमने भी अभी एक 30 सेकंड इशू आ रहा था वी फेस दिस हमारा बैकएंड डॉट नेट में है क्या इशू था लेट मी रिमेम्बर दिस बिकॉज इन द लास्ट वीक वी वर डिस्कसिंग दैट वन ऑफ द pagination it was like yeah paginated we had open and close two tabs in the front end and the query simply had like there was one column uh, like request type consider request type is open or request type is closed so only for because of that segregation the query was taking almost 30 seconds. Three revisits, two new problems, one medium, one easy, around 3.3 hours. Good job, bro. You're going really good, ना अथर्व? अच्छा जा रहा है तुम्हारा. नोट्स भी बनाते रहना अथर्व. नाउ दैट बिकॉज तुम्हें अभी इमिडिएटली इन सब चीज़ों की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ने वाली है बट नोट्स बना के रखना है इन सब चीज़ों का. आई एम कॉन्स्टेंटली राइटिंग इन दिस सच काइंड ऑफ नोटबुक सो यू कैन हैव इट. क्या क्लिक हो गया भाई? Am I audible? Soon starting CSS live project. Okay, nice. That's good. तो अभी अपना ये गलत आ रहा है रिट्राई टाइम. Connection refused. अच्छा, that is what 4 to 9. That is what we are refusing. Retry after seconds. Let me ask. Current time in milliseconds window and elapsed time is like current time divided by reminder 2 seconds. So if it was 12,000 uh, 1 lakh 1250000 like 1,25,000 then in that case if we divide by 60 6,000 we will get 5,000 as a reminder and that 5,000 we can subtract from this and this that means 55 seconds so 55 seconds are left. So मैंने इसमें क्या लिखा था retry after seconds. Okay, I missed one condition in this one. मैंने यहाँ पे नहीं लिखा है कंडीशन if elapsed time something zero. नोट्स कैसे नोट्स डीएसए का? हाँ हाँ डीएसए का ही। एक टाइम खाना छोड़ दो चलेगा, पढ़ाई नहीं रुकनी चाहिए। यस। 2-3 दिन में क्या बोल रहे हो तुम? टोटल 5 सून स्टार्टिंग, ये मैंने पढ़ा। 2-3 दिन में। ओके। नोट्स कैसे नोट्स जैसे कि एक एकदम अनरिलेटेड मैसेज हो गया भाई तुम्हारा। आई एम नॉट एबल टू रिलेट दैट। So retry after seconds में we forgot one condition it seems, that's why it is giving us 0 and we need to check that. So we need to pass this estimated count. So we'll pass this estimated count. We will get this estimated count, and if this count is like uh, less than default capacity, then return 0. This condition we were. So लास्ट में इसमें नहीं आना चाहिए ये math dot max math.max or math, so it should be 1 or this, क्योंकि maximum 1 second ही हम रुक सकते हैं. 0 is showing wrong, and then this was correct. Okay, this was correct. बाकी सब तो सही से काम कर रहा है अपना. So let's try to hit it again. Let's try to hit it. 8 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 4 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Hey, it's going into seconds only. Oh, okay. हमने मतलब अगर मैं keep sending this, वो आएगा ही नहीं. I have to give a break in between. This is wrong, no? अगर सी, क्योंकि वो रोलिंग मिनट चल ही रहा है अपना. रोलिंग मिनट चल रहा है इसलिए वो सेकंड्स दे रहा है और फिर से कैलकुलेट करके दे रहा है सेकंड्स. Something is wrong. Let me see the messages, what you guys are saying. 5 सेकंड हुआ. कुछ तो मिस किया मैंने ना. थैंक्स ब्रो. आई टू या कंप्लीट ब्रो प्रज्वल. डोंट वेस्ट टाइम हियर. वो जो लिंक्डइन पे आता है डीएसएन नोट्स में रखना क्या है, लाइक तुम्हारे हिसाब से जो तुम्हारा ब्रेन मॉडल है ना, कीप दोज थिंग्स इन द नोट्स. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल अभी तुमने क्या, फॉर एग्जांपल अभी हम हैश मैप कर रहे थे, तो वॉट एवर द हैश मैप फंक्शंस यू यूजुअली यूज फॉर द हैश मैप की गेट और डिफॉल्ट, ये सब बेसिक फंक्शंस लिख के रखो. एंड देन हाउ टू इटरेट ऑन द हैश मैप, लाइक 3 ways to iterate on the hash map, and try to use all of them, and the mostly used things at least you should write. लिंक्डइन किसी और का नोट्स मत कॉपी करो, तुम्हारा खुद का लिखो जैसे तुम्हें समझ में आता है. अगर मैं मेरा दिखाऊं तो तुम्हें नहीं समझ में आएगा, बट आई राइट very weird kind of notes like this I write, if you guys can see. So अपने हिसाब से notes बना के रखना. Mental model in short. There is something wrong, no? अगर हम keep sending this, so the seconds will not reduce. Okay, so it's constantly going in 4 to 9, so we need to update something over here. So remaining request we are getting, which is correct. I think I have to take the help of AI over here to check if it's correct or not. So it's saying at least we need to use this because estimated count will increase, and then this over here. यार टोकन बकेट बहुत आसान था, मेरे को अभी लग रहा है ये साले बाकी वाले बहुत दिमाग चाट रहे हैं मेरा. It's not stopping. I don't think it is it the required behavior, और ये अब मैं यही नहीं समझ पा रहा हूँ क्योंकि रोलिंग मिनट तो हमेशा आगे आगे जाता जाएगा. और बिकॉज वी हैव केप्ट आई टेल यू व्हाट इज द करंट लिमिट है. अपने को टेस्ट करने के लिए मैंने क्या रखा है कि 10 सेकंड में एक ही रिक्वेस्ट हम हिट कर सकते हैं. तो नाउ एवरी 10 सेकंड अभी मैंने हिट कर दिया, ठीक है. अभी नाउ आई एम हिटिंग. नाउ इन द रोलिंग विंडो my condition is reached. Okay, so again I am hitting. So it's saying wait for second. It's saying try in 5 seconds. No, it's wait for 5 seconds. So unless or until I wait for this given many seconds, if I wait for 1 second and now I hit, it will work. But now uh, if I don't wait for 3 seconds or 1 second, whatever it is, so 9 seconds. So let's see, let's wait for 9 seconds. uh, and let's hit, no, not 9 seconds. Now wait for 2 seconds because वो 2 seconds से last 10 second का window लेगा. Now it will work. I'm not sure is it because we can't keep user waiting. I don't think it is right behavior. uh, since the rate limiter allows a maximum 7 requests per minute, the current request can go through. However, the rate limiter will uh, let me ask AI over here. Sliding window counter. Na 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 na. So let me log into Codex. यश मिश्रा, हेलो हेलो. हाउ इज द स्ट्रीम गोइंग? आज थोड़ा डल है. मंडे ट्यूसडेज थोड़े डल ही रहते हैं. दैट इज व्हाट आई हैव सीन. सो बट इम्प्लीमेंटेशन वाइज ऑल गुड. हाउ इज योर डे ब्रो? डू यू वांट टू ट्रस्ट? या ट्रस्ट यार, मैंने ये देखा है, पता है कि ये ना कंटेक्स्ट विंडो हमेशा सेट कर रहा है. सो इट्स टेकिंग माय tokens already. See, 78% left weekly limit because it consumed my tokens as I have opened the window again. It shouldn't be a case. I should have a context set always. Okay, so back to what I was trying to see. So based on uh, this current implementation of sliding window counter, how should be the behavior behavior mm, in the postman. I want to see because I'm a bit overwhelmed. It's like wait, we have to keep user waiting unless or until the user doesn't hit a request for like the 10 seconds, then only a new request can be allowed. मैं पहले नोट्स बनाता था एक टाइम पे जब लैपटॉप नहीं था पास में, अराउंड मार्च अप्रैल। अभी भी उसका पीडीएफ है, दैट्स नाइस। उसके सुडो कोड ड्राई रन और चीज़ें वही चाहिए, वही चाहिए। First request is about response should be normal 200, so whatever the endpoint returns, header this. Second request immediately after is blocked. Rate limit exceeded drag in Indian seconds will be roughly the number of seconds until the next 10 seconds epoch bucket boundary, not necessarily a full 10 seconds from your current request. Important caveat, the current sliding window counter implementation has a bug. Return double window milliseconds, अच्छा यहाँ पे ये बोल रहा है this has a bug. uh, because of operator procedure and integer division, this returns about 10,000, not fraction like zero point 0.7. Okay. So after the first request, the next window may also be blocked incorrectly because the previous window count is weighted as 1 star into 10,000. So it should be point. Window millis minus elapsed millis हमने लिया ही नहीं है। So इसमें क्या है फिर? So what's the correct function then? The previous window weight is this. Your current version divide first window minus elapsed current window. Because elapsed window slash window mills is integer division, it becomes 0 for almost the whole window. Okay. So the result becomes roughly 10,000. Correct behavior window seconds, window milliseconds as zeros into the current window. Wait 1 second, 2's wait 0.8 second, 5's 0.5 seconds. So the estimated count formula works as intended. What's the bug? Oh, so maybe I can divide it by 1000, like so into 1000. Is this correct? Like, is this correct? uh, सही वाला नहीं था वो। Make sure to join the Discord server, guys. I haven't pasted the Discord server URL. Atharva, I have seen it's becoming very cumbersome to manage that. Let it be, जितने लोगों ने ज्वाइन किया है वही रहने देते हैं उसको। No new entry till the next point in time. Now I have shared the LinkedIn, किसी को text करना है तो you can reach me out on LinkedIn. Just make sure you mention your क्या बोलते हैं कि you are from LinkedIn, you are from the YouTube live stream and then text me. Mm, 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 mm. No, this is still incorrect. Still does the integer division first. Acha, acha. It means this, not this. So, like this. Most of the tokens, so I don't even read, the most of the tokens are waste. So it should convert this to double and then this. बाप रे बाप, मैथ्स का इसमें इश्यू था. Let's test. It worked. Wait for 1 second. Wait for 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Okay, now the counter is working. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 1 second. 1 second दो बार आ रहा है. I've seen 1 second दो बार आ रहा है. Hmm, उसको ये भी बोलते हैं कि retry after second, but हमने mathmax 1 लिया है इसमें से this और this. uh, is this function correct? I'll tell him the error later. It is acceptable as a simple approximation, but it is not fully correct for sliding window counter. Your function returns seconds until the current fixed bucket ends. Yeah, that is mostly fine because once you cross into the next bucket, the previous bucket's weight starts decreasing, but with a strict estimated equal to greater than default capacity check, retrying exactly at the boundary may still be blocked if the, yeah, previous weight has one. Yeah, यही हो रहा है. The safer version is to round up. Na, na, na. So elapsed in this current window into this is correct. Retry after seconds window minus millies and then math dot seal. So ये math dot seal यहाँ पे भी चाहिए अपने को. Math dot sealing. Okay, and this will be like long. Okay, so I guess this is a better version, but that problem will still be there if I think. Yeah, 1 second पे दो बार आ रहा है. So 4 second, 3 second, 2 second, 1 second, 1 second, and again 1 second, and then this. I still feel why I'm getting retry in 1 second like 2 times. This is something off. Don't worry guys, I'll make an explanatory video. The last video of each stream will be the explanatory video where I'll explain in a better way, because right now though I'm also learning, so you guys also get might not be able to understand completely just like me. So there will be a video for this. So don't worry, and please don't forget to like the stream. Uh, मेक श्योर टू ज्वाइन, ये मैंने, यू कैन शेयर योर डेली अपडेट्स देयर, या यू कैन यूज़ अ बॉट। हाँ, उसके लिए टाइम देना पड़ेगा यार, उसको फिक्स करने के लिए मेरे पास लिटरली कुछ टाइम नहीं है। उसमें जस्ट कमांड देना होगा, ऑटोमेटिक आएगा। 5-10 मिनट का सेटअप और ये लिंक का मैटर ख़त्म। लिंक का मैटर ख़त्म, मैं नहीं समझा अथर्व। Use seal instead of but after waiting for 1 second there is still minus 500 left, so yeah, now request can still be blocked and again server. So this is correct, this is correct, this is correct, elapsed time, this is correct. It's sealing instead of this, what is it suggesting to me? Also with limit 1 sliding window counter can still block right after the bucket changes because the previous, so sliding window counter तो घटिया चीज़ है भाई फिर, लेकिन यही यूज़ होता है इंडस्ट्री में, व्हाट द फक। मैं भी इम्प्लीमेंट करने जा रहा था। ओके, 5-10 मिनट, थोड़े अच्छा। लेट मी चेक दैट। ओके, नाउ इट वर्कड। ओके, so also with limit 1 sliding window can, but it was saying because this line floats milliseconds to seconds. Yeah, example remaining 1500 millisecond divided by 1000 is 1 return after 1, but after waiting 1 second there is still 500, yeah, millisecond left, and so the next request will again uh, 500 divided by 1000, 0 and return after 1, so use C, yeah, that's where I was giving 1 again. Okay, so this is, yeah, okay, एंड में ये है कि ज़रूरत पड़ेगी अपने को। सो दिस, इस बार मैंने दो फाइल्स नहीं बनाई, द वन दैट द पैटर्न आई वाज फॉलोइंग, उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा चीज़ें आ जा रही थी, एंड मैंने इस ऐसे करके देखा तो इसमें एक ही फंक्शन में काम हो गया। नो, सो लेट मी रिमूव दी कमेंट्स एंड ऑल नाउ। यार इसमें फॉर्मेट वाला ऑप्शन नहीं होता, ये मेरे को जावास्क्रिप्ट में बहुत आदत है कि ये हमेशा कोड को फॉर्मेट करना है। ओके, like for example, if someone types Insta, he will get the Instagram link, or even we can put his name before the link with the customer. Oh, okay, ऐसा भी होता है, ये तो नहीं पता था मेरे को। I didn't know that. Okay, so let me explain all these things now। हमने क्या किया अभी मेरे को आइडिया आ गया है। So we today implemented this sliding window counter rate limiter algorithm. So this is the algorithm which keeps an eye on the rolling minute, and I have shown you how it works. So currently it's giving 200 OK response, but after it's saying wait for 4 seconds more, and then 1 second, and then now we get the response. So every 10 seconds we can only have one, क्या बोलते हैं उसको, एक रिक्वेस्ट ही अलाउड है, बाकी सब ऑल द अदर रिक्वेस्ट विल बी blocked. So how I did, basically this is what I'm setting, rate limiter, this default capacity and window seconds. So default capacity is 10, sorry, default capacity is 1 per 10 seconds, so that is what the current rate limiting uh, counter is. And then this is the method, like this is from the क्या बोलते हैं रेट लिमिटर सर्विस. इट इज़ अ इंटरफेस एंड आई एम implementing that interface. यहाँ पे I just created a key. So sliding window, I should mention it as a counter, not just sliding window. So it should be sliding window counter. Okay, and then we are checking that with the Redis now. इसने क्या किया? नहीं, ये रहने दो ऐसे ही. ठीक है. This check Redis will give us two results based on the rate limit result. Rate limit result is the final result. It has two types of result. One is allowed and one is blocked. Allowed is whatever the API server, the status API server is giving, that will be returned. Blocked is 429, which is us from this application, from this API gateway, that what we are returning over here. Okay. Then we got the current millisecond. As usual, we want to know when the request comes in, and then this window in millisecond, this is the default value. 60 seconds अपना current ये है और उसको 1000 से multiply किया, so that we get it in milliseconds. Then we need to know the current window. So current windows will be 1 2 3 4 5, like these current windows. And how these current windows will be, like the first window will be first 60 seconds, then next 128 seconds, then 180 seconds, and like this. So that's how our uh, windows will be. Okay, so for that this is the current window. And how we will calculate that? So current in milliseconds, like it gives us the time till now in milliseconds. So it would be in like thousands and lakhs, and we just divide it with this window in milliseconds, which is 60,000. And once we divide, we get a number. So that is the actual number what we want. So I have taken it in long. It is not required, but it can be in long because the timer can be a lot bigger than the normal integer. So better to keep it in a long. Then we need previous window as well. We need current window and previous window as per this. This is current minute and previous minute. Both of them we need to store it in the Redis. So what I did over here, previous window is simply current window minus 1. For example, current window is 5, previous window will be 4. If current window is 4, previous window will be 3. Simple. Then I created a keys out of both of these. So current key and previous key. Key, just we got this key and colon current window, जो भी current window का number है. So every window का हमें counter save करना है. If you guys remember this diagram. So every window का अपने को Redis में उसको counter save करना है. So we need to get the count as well. We created the key. We need to get the count, and we store it in the Redis. So how to get the count? I have written this get count method based on the current key. We will check in the Redis first if that is present. If yes, नहीं तो zero return कर दो. So see, Redis में जाके we are checking that key, and if that is present, give the count, else return the zero. Okay, even if it's the first time, we will get the zero count. Okay. Uh, then these things we will use later, but first we need to calculate, because this is the core logic of the sliding window counter. So I'll mention this mm, core logic for the sliding window counter algorithm. ठीक है, this is the core logic, इस पे ही सब count होगा. So in this book also you can see this is the formula that they have given. Request in current window, like this 5 request in the plus request in the previous window, 5 plus 3 into overlap percentage. Overlap percentage is how much of the previous window का? So it is 70.7%. So see, 3 plus 5 into 0.7. So that is the algorithm that we want to do all the calculations around. So this is called estimated count. So estimated count in the rolling minute, how many request has been catered in the rolling minute. It doesn't matter कि तुमने last इसमें पूरी दे दी है या current window में पूरी दे दी है. No, in the rolling minute how many request has been passed. अगर उसमें अभी भी chance है बाकी कि एक और request pass हो सकता है, then that is what we have to check. So we calculated the estimated count, and if that estimated count is greater than equal to default capacity, that means if the capacity is this, यहाँ पे 7 है और अपने यहाँ पे 1 है, that simply means return blocked. We cannot process this request further. Okay, so we are simply returning false. Else, if it is not greater than the default capacity. If it's less than default capacity, in that case we are updating it in the Redis. So and increment its counter. So in the Redis we are storing redis.template get value and increment current key पे जो भी stored है उसका value एक से बढ़ा दो because we are serving next request. Okay, because it is not blocked, hence we are serving a new request. Okay, now if the updated count is only one, it also returns us the count. Okay, this increment function, if we hover on this, it gives us a long increment. Okay, so we are taking it in a variable, and that is the updated count. If this updated count is one, that means it is just set right now. So what we will do, we will set the expiry of that particular Redis key. Okay, this current Redis key, how much it should live? It should live for two windows. Okay, so why two windows? Because we are in our calculation we are checking the current window and previous window. So it should at least last for, it should max last for two windows, and no, it should exactly last for two windows. So duration of this will be, ये मेरे को पता नहीं था duration of seconds कि ऐसे लिखते हैं, but ये yeah, duration of seconds, window seconds into two. So current key का expiry set हो गया. So the counter for this key started. So every current key का counter will start. So every key automatically expire होते जाएगा. So that मतलब logs में पुराने वाले algorithm में sliding window log algorithm we used to save all the timestamps and then remove manually, but इसमें manually remove करने का कोई ये नहीं है, ज़रूरत नहीं है. So it is very simple as per that scenario. So then we needed this updated estimated count. So estimated count plus one because we created one more request. So this estimated count was something something then plus one because we are catering this new request at the end because we are sending all out. So before that we are doing this calculation, and then we need a remaining request, how many requests in this particular rolling minute we can still cater. So that comes from default capacity minus this updated count, means after serving this request how many more requests we can serve. That is what we have to send to the client, because client should also know. So this is how we are sending x limit rate limit, and remaining is zero because right now only one request is allowed. So if I make this equal to what, if I change my data equal to what this type of this example is giving, which is 5 requests per minute. So I have to go to my applications properties. I have to make this 5 and this seconds to 60, and let me restart this application so it will match to exactly what the book example is provided. Okay, just a second. Yeah, it started, and let me send. Yeah, see now how many requests are possible total? 5 requests per minute. 5 requests per minute. We catered one. How many requests left? Four. Now we again, how many requests? Three. Again two. Again one. Now zero because the last request has been served. Now it is 4 to 9. Okay, so it's saying retry after 31 seconds because 31 seconds के बाद now it's saying retry after 26 seconds, retry after 22 seconds. Okay, then retry after 18 seconds, 16. तो अपने को वेट करना पड़ेगा ख़त्म, इसलिए मैंने वो कम टाइम रखा था ताकि वो जल्दी जल्दी हम टेस्ट कर पाए. 8 6 4 3 2 1. Yeah, the new request. And how many now left? Zero क्यों आया? हाँ, because no, कुछ तो गलत हुआ है यहाँ पे. There's something, some bug is in there. I missed some messages. Let me read. थोड़े दिन में. ओके, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल इफ समवन टाइप्स इंस्टा. ओके, ये मैंने पढ़ा. वीडियो लिंक भेजता हूँ अभी डीसी में. ओके ओके, ठीक है, भेज देना, मैं देखता हूँ. भेज देना, मैं देख लूँगा. रेट लिमिटर बड़ा इम्पोर्टेंट है ये तो. ये सारे कंसेप्ट्स इम्पोर्टेंट है. ये कंसेप्ट्स इंडिविजुअली इतने इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है, बट इन द प्रोडक्शन लेवल एप्लीकेशन वी हैव टू कंबाइन ऑल दिस क्या बोलते कंसेप्ट्स एंड मेक इट वर्क एवरीथिंग. यहाँ पे गड़बड़ हुआ यार कुछ तो. Now it's saying 2 is left. Now it's saying 1 is left. Now it's saying 0 is left. 0 is left. 0 is left. So let's wait for 38 seconds. मज़ेदार लॉजिक और माइंड बेंडिंग चीज़ें हाँ. एक्चुअली कंसेप्ट वाइज इट्स वेरी सिंपल है बट इम्प्लीमेंट करने में है थोड़ा सा. कितने सेकंड्स बाकी है. ओके व्हाई इट्स सेइंग 0 because the new window started and in the new window there should be 5 but no यहाँ पे fixed window की तरह new इसमें 5 request नहीं मिलेंगे अपने को कभी भी based on last rolling window last 60 seconds the 4 request has already been catered 5 requests so just मतलब एक रिक्वेस्ट का स्पेस बन गया हमने वो रिक्वेस्ट सेंड कर दिया तो वो केटर हो गया सो नाउ करंट रोलिंग मिनट में 0 है. ओके मैं समझा. दैट इज करेक्ट. इट इज नॉट रॉन्ग. ओके सी थोड़ा टाइम क्योंकि वो टाइमर आगे आगे जा रहा है तो एक रिक्वेस्ट का टाइम बन रहा है अपना. अभी बना. अभी भी बना. अभी मैं इमीडिएटली करूँ तो नहीं बना. ठीक है. द बुक इज सेइंग समथिंग मोर एज वेल. ओके लेट मी फिनिश माय कोड एक्सप्लेनेशन. यहाँ तक था मैं. Updated count and we are sending this remaining request what I showed you right now. So get previous window का weight ये निकालने के लिए हमने ये logic use किया था. So current millisecond same window in milliseconds and if we get the reminder from current millisecond reminder divide by window seconds uska reminder so that is what how many seconds has been passed in the current window so we have to get the remaining from the previous so window millis minus elapsed time in the current window so that उतना वो previous window से अपने को आगे आना पड़ेगा and उतना वो time वेट मिलेगा अपने को. ठीक है. यहाँ पे retry after seconds था. let me explain this. I am passing estimated count to this. अगर estimated count ही less than 0 है तो कोई point ही नहीं है. return 0 directly. There is it is retry after how many seconds like after how many seconds if you retry you will get a allowed request like your request is allowed. सेम करंट में विंडो सेकंड से सब लिया. retry विंडो मिली सेकेंड्स ये है कि विंडो मिलीज माइनस इलेप्स अभी कितना टाइम ये हो गया एंड देन उसको मैच सीलिंग मतलब वी आर राउंडिंग दैट ऑफ एंड if it's less than 0 then we are sending 0 दोनों में से जो भी ये है. ठीक है. a bit confusing but yes and it is saying it is very efficient. I don't think it is that efficient or maybe since the rate limiter ये हमने पढ़ा pros it smooths out spikes in the traffic because the rate is based on the average rate of the previous window. Yes जो average है because it's a weighted average no the weighted average we are continuing ahead and based on that the request is been catered like calculated it should be catered or not so it is memory efficient. Cons it only works for not so strict look back window. It is an yeah, it is an approximation so sometimes हम देख रहे हैं कि दो request भी pass हो रहे हैं actual rate because it assumes requests in previous window are evenly distributed. However this problem may not be as bad as it seems according to experiments done by Cloudflare. Only 0.003% of the requests are wrongly allowed or rate limited among 400 million requests. So this is very efficient. Okay. Okay, so this was it for the sliding window counter algorithm. I'll make a separate video explaining all these. I'm planning to do that on the Saturday stream. So if you guys want to know about all these algorithms and all, so jitna whatever I have learned in public I'll explain that in a better way and I'll make a and I'll keep it in a GitHub repo with a proper documentation so whenever we go back we will be able to do that. So okay that was it for today and thank you all for joining. If anybody has any questions I don't think the viewership because Monday Tuesdays are boring you know. Wednesday is little bit fun so we will do Wednesday को हम जो बचा हुआ algorithm है वो भी कर ही देते क्यों छोड़े उसको. leaking bucket algorithm. The leaking bucket algorithm is similar to the token bucket except that requests are processed at a fixed rate. It is usually implemented with a first in first out FAQ. The algorithm works as follows. So I'm interested in this one. So I'll do this in maybe tomorrow. I'll stream tomorrow, and in the tomorrow stream I'll do that. बाकी सब अपने algorithms हो गए. We have implemented we have implemented this. We have implemented this. We have implemented this. Not this. We have implemented this. This is done. This is done. This is pending. So we'll do this. We'll do this one tomorrow. Okay, so okay guys, it's time to leave now. जिसने भी like नहीं किया है, please do like the stream, and I'll be doing advanced Java as well with my own specific problems where I am really not good at, because I have found out some problem areas for me where I need to do the practice. So I'll be taking problems from the ChatGPT specifically to the scenarios where I'm lacking in the concepts, or the concepts which I haven't touched. So for those concepts, I have created some list of problems and I'll solve that instead of lead code, because I have understood that only solving lead code is not going to serve me well. I have to work on my क्या बोलते हैं, weaknesses or gray areas. So that is what is necessary now, and that is what I'll do after finishing up tomorrow's algorithms. Next two streams will be on that, so I'll do that. मेरे को खुद को करना है वो streams API I'm not good at, और फिर ये comparators and comparables, those things तो मैंने use नहीं किया है, तो that I should know those things. Collections भी, because compute if absent and all those methods, those methods I haven't done, so that I also need to do. Generics I am using, so generics इतना problematic नहीं है, but still generics पे I'll do some few questions. And then Vivek Chaudhary, hello bro. I'm fresher. Which topic I cover to crack the interview? How can I answer this question, bro? You should be good at your foundations like oops concepts वगैरह ये सब चीज़ें. Then तुम्हारा project, you should be good at the final year project, whatever you have built. You should be able to explain whatever the question the interviewer will throw at you. Those are the basic. And then in the DSA side, if the company is really good, they will take your exam mostly on Hacker Earth or Hacker Rank. So you should be able to solve that kind of a questions. So practice those. As a fresher, you are not. I'll not emphasize anybody to do too many of lead codes, because it gonna not serve you very well. So maybe Hacker Earth or that kind of questions works very well for a fresher. So you can do Hacker Earth and sorry, hacker rank wale questions. Okay, so yeah, guys, please do like जिसने नहीं किया, and this was it for the day. I have explained it well. मेरे को जाना होगा, मैंने खाना भी नहीं खाया अभी. So is my stream ended? Okay, चलो. So thank you all for, and good night. See you soon. Take care. Bye bye.